Welcome to the Birth Lounge. Now let's talk all things birth with your host, Andrew Davey. This podcast is brought to you by iBirth Professionals.
Okay, welcome everyone. Episode 18 of the Birth Lounge. I've got an amazing guest from beautiful Singapore. The amazing Hui Tze is going to share her wisdom in the world of postpartum and the importance of it for women. So Hui Tze, thank you so much for giving your time, coming and saying hello.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, what a privilege it is, Hui Tze. So I guess as always, what I really love to do is for guests and everybody listening in, is to really get a sense of, who you are, what brought you into the world of birth, I guess postpartum work and so.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more. Get us insight.
Yeah. I guess similar to other women who become doulas, right? I think it's from our own birth experience. I mean, most of us. So for me, it's definitely the two experiences that I have for my two kids. So about 11 years ago, when I was pregnant with my first baby, I thought, okay, we can do this, right? So I was just asking friends who their gynae is. Basically information. I got my information from my friend. So okay, she used this gynae. Maybe I just go to a gynae. Should be okay. All this. So just started out like that. Everything seems very smooth, and then I joined the antenatal class from the hospital. There were like I think 30 over couples, like all squished together in the class.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite rushed. I mean, we don't get the personal attention in that way. So, but I thought it's like always I can do this. It's okay. Quite easy. I mean, I was quite good with because we have lots of babies in our family, and then we babysit our cousins and stuff. So it seems to be quite natural for me in terms of parenting. So, and then I always wanted natural, like a natural birth. And then, but it's also through friends that I hear their birth experience. Some of them, they can do it without epidural. So I think I can do it. My pain threshold is high, stuff like that. So I went in like, okay, very confident in that sense. So after that, my son was like late, 12 days late, past the EDD. So, but everything seems quite smooth. My gynae actually let me just go past the EDD. She didn't ask for any induction and stuff. So in one night when labor started, we were just sleeping, and then the pain just, I started to feel contractions. So we thought, okay, maybe just wait for a while more before we go into the hospital. And then when we checked into the hospital, there were also we were asked to go into the observation room where there's also, I think, four or five couples there. Everybody was together. I mean, they were just separated with curtains, right? So it was quite a noisy place. So they checked, and I was already like 5 cm dilated. I thought, wow, okay, that's good. Like half the the deal done, right? So 5 out of 10 cm they were dilated. So it was quite smooth at that time. I thought, oh, this is easy. I mean, already half, and I could do this. So we just went into the labor ward, and then they started to strap me on the CTG for monitoring of the fetal heart rate. So I was just lying on the bed. And then I remember, my friend used the gas and air to help because contractions became more painful. So I just, okay, let me try the gas and air. So it's like, oh, this is quite interesting. But it made me groggy after a while of using. I asked my husband to try it as well. So both of us were clueless because there was, I think the nurses were just going in and out doing their routine checks. But they were not there to really support me. So they were just, okay, check. Okay, you are maybe now 7 cm dilated. Then they just left. So I just felt that it wasn't, I was quite, I mean, we were just left there by ourselves. And my husband was quite clueless. I mean, he didn't know how to support me. He was there for me, but he didn't know how to make me feel a bit better. So after that, I felt very tired. They were just coming in, and then I think the nurse even asked me if there wasn't any single rooms. Do you want double room, like, two-bedder when I was like laboring. So I thought it was quite difficult for me to handle everything myself. So nobody was there to support like how I can breathe through the contractions and stuff. So in the end, I was just like moaning and I was complaining when one nurse finally came in. I was just telling her, I can't do this anymore. I'm very tired. It's so painful, stuff like that. And then shortly after, I remember like 3 nurses came in with my gynae. And then they did the fundal pressure on my tummy. So they pressed on my tummy while my gynae like delivered my baby. So after a while, all was like, oh, finally. But actually, thinking back, it was quite a fast labor, as in it was, I think, I checked in at about 2, and then labor, I birthed at about 7+, so it was quite fast. Yeah, but the whole thing was just very overwhelming and very tired because nobody was there to tell me what to do. Yeah, so I was so tired after the birth. The nurse actually asked me, do you want to do skin to skin now? I said, no, thank you. I just want to rest. So I missed the whole part of the bonding, the immediate skin to skin bonding. And he was whisked away shortly after I went back to the maternity ward. So he was separated from me for about 4 to 5 hours. And I was asking like, where's my baby? They're just saying, oh, he's doing some tests, stuff like that. So I don't know what is happening as well. So I was just resting there. And then after that, I realized that he was vacuum out. So it was assisted delivery with the vacuum. So one side of his head was like, it's very cone shaped. And then I also had the episiotomy, which is like the gynae cutting, so that it's to get the baby out. So I didn't know all this prior. So my gynae actually didn't ask me or tell me anything before. So I didn't know all that she was doing was all these things. So after that, for breastfeeding, I thought it was also easy. I can do this, right? I had the I can do this attitude most of the time. I'm quite confident in like completing any challenges I'm given. So I felt I could do this. And then shortly after, he got jaundice, very common for Asian babies. So the pediatrician came and then said, oh, because your milk isn't here yet, why don't we just give formula first? And then he has to go through 1 day of phototherapy. Then I said, okay, sure, right? Because of the baby needs all this, so we'll just have to. And so I was like trying to pump, and so it just went downhill in a way. So shortly after, we introduced the bottle because there's like he needs so much more to drink because of the jaundice, etc. Nobody was telling me we can do other alternatives. So he rejected latching. So he was like, always when I try, he will give me the, like what's that in my mouth kind of thing. So I felt very, I felt like a failure. Like I failed my child. Like I couldn't breastfeed him. So like, and then it just hit me like I was so overwhelmed. Nobody was there to support me. Even though the nurses were coming in, like they were checking in, how are you, when you're breastfeeding. It's a very fast check that they do. Like the lactation consultants will just come in, how are you? Oh, okay, very good, he's feeding now, okay. And then so they will just leave. So it's just maybe touch and go kind of 5 to 10 minutes kind of check by the LCs. And then I tried different methods. Like I was just trying by myself. And then I think for now that I know breastfeeding, actually, if the issues aren't resolved quickly, it snowballs very easily. So only until like day 11, I decided, okay, let's make a trip to the hospital again to see the lactation consultant. And then by the time I went there, they were saying, oh, it's too late, to do anything now. It's like, huh? So it was, I don't get the support again. So I just felt I'm such a failure in breastfeeding. So the whole time, for the first month, it was very overwhelming for me. My husband and my family, my mother actually was here to, with me to support me after birth. But I just felt that I was very helpless in terms of breastfeeding. like I didn't get the help that I needed. So they were doing, like, they were caring for the baby, yes, but I just felt very lonely. Like my friends also came to visit, you know, they will give tips and, you know, like, because they pumped, none of my friends actually latched their babies. So I didn't get that part of the information, the right information from anybody that came to visit me in that sense. So I decided after a while that, okay, I was just gonna pump because he just doesn't want to latch anymore. And then when I pump, it was like maybe 40 to 50 ml per time, which was like quite little. He needs more, kind of thing. So eventually, but I just decided I'll just pump, you know, and then we'll just top up with formula. So I was very scared of taking care of my own baby because of this. Like, I don't know if I'm adequate, I'm enough. Am I a good mother? Because I can't provide him with breast milk. So I remember just waking, like in the morning, I dread waking up because then I have to take care of him. So I'm quite scared to take care of him then. It was quite I guess a shock to me, because usually I'm like, okay, everything can be done. Even my friend, a guy friend who visited me in the first month, he was saying, wow, you lost that confidence, that aura. Yeah. So it was, I knew I was lost.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
so
yeah, so I know there'd be so many people that just resonate with this story, and we get to the later part. Obviously, you've had a little one since. Gorgeous little thing she is, and the world that you're now supporting people in. So we'll get to that in the moment. But I guess really for parents that are listening in, help us understand when you say, you know, I guess something was missing from the other side. You know, you got home and there's those realizations. I mean, for you as a woman, what was missing? What do you think was really missing? What could have made that experience completely different?
Yeah, like somebody who I can check with, like to get the support and to know that I can do it, to give me the encouragement, like, okay, you're doing fine now, you know, and also the right information. Like, am I feeding enough? Am I doing the right thing now, etc. So I didn't have that person or you know, someone that I can talk to regarding this part. So this part was really missing, like the support that I needed. Yeah.
And Hui Tze, at what point then did you, because I've met your young guy, as you know, he's amazing. At what point did you find the confidence again? What had to happen?
I guess it's accepting that, okay, I can do other things to bond with him besides breastfeeding, because I can't breastfeed, and then I felt like I'm not all-rounder in that sense. I can't breastfeed him, but then I realized that actually I can do other things to bond with him, you know, to take care of him. So the decision to then pump exclusively made me feel that, okay, it's fine that I'm just pumping. I'm still providing him with some breast milk. And then yeah, it's more of like, okay, this time I can't do this, but maybe the next time I'll try something different. Yeah,
that's actually wonderful advice in a way. I mean, acceptance sounds easier than it is, I imagine.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm curious then, I mean, how long was that journey for you to come to a place of acceptance?
I think it was about 2-3 months.
Wow.
Of really struggling. And then gradually I just felt, okay, I should be spending more time with my baby, because before that it was really like, I would just try to be sleeping, like, because it's also very tiring to pump in the middle of the night. Like, the baby is not really waking me up. I have to wake myself up, you know, in deep sleep, then to wake up to pump. So it was like a very tiring, and I dread the pumping actually, because for me personally, I feel that when I pump, it's just that I'm bonding with the pump machine. And while you know, my family or other people are actually bonding with my kids. So that part was always a bit of a struggle for me initially. But I know that he's also thriving with my family. So in the end, I actually accepted that, this is what I can do, and I can bond with him in other ways.
Wow.
And yeah.
Thank you just for being so honest and sharing as well. I know this story will resonate with so many.
Yeah.
And I guess, Hui Tze, when we look then moving forward to the birth of your daughter, I imagine there's an empowerment from that experience to know that, hey, this is what I don't want. How was that different?
Yeah, so when I found out that I was pregnant with my second baby, my daughter, I was like very determined, right? I need to get things right. I need to have the right knowledge, the right support. So I was just like Googling, and then I was looking for doula. I mean, I saw that, doula, there was like this term called doula. Before that, I didn't know. So like the doulas are women who support families, couples when they are birthing. So I really wanted someone, because I think that was the cause of maybe the whole journey not being so smooth. I felt like lost and not supported from the beginning. So I wanted a birth doula to support me before that. I mean, for the second birth. So I actually contacted Jeannie, and so she was very fast in replying. So she told me, why don't you just sign up for the antenatal classes first? I told her, she was asking about the breastfeeding journey as well. So I said, I was just pumping and stuff. So she said, better for me to, attend the whole series with the birth and the breastfeeding. And then we went to attend the classes, and both me and my husband were like, wow, there's so many things we didn't know from the previous antenatal class, because that was really scratching on the surface. And we realized after we attended the 4 trimesters antenatal classes, it's like we know, there are some hospital routine checks that are not really necessary, and then we have the right to say no, which we didn't know, given that we are very, follow the rules kind of, just do what the doctor wants, just do what the, just do what the hospital wants us to do, right? But we realized that we have the options actually, and then we can draft out a birth plan, which I also didn't know for the first one. So birth plans are great to inform your gynae and the hospital what you want, what you intend to have, what kind of birth and breastfeeding after that you want. So we felt so much more empowered, and it gave us the confidence to we can do this much better than the first time. Yeah, that was really the thing that I really needed. That's why I found 4 trimesters. And then for the birth, then it was really very peaceful. That's the birth that I really wanted. Like even though there's so Jeannie was there with me, so the hospital staff knows, okay, there's somebody with her who knows what she's doing. So she left us mostly alone. So they were just so it was a very peaceful and calm birth. Yeah. So I really had that skin to skin, and right after the birth, and yeah, my daughter just latched on after. So and then I breastfed her for 4 years.
Wow.
So yeah, it was very amazing. Like, it's a vast difference from the first birth. So that made me realize that right support and the information is very, very crucial to have to allow you to have the birth and the breastfeeding journey that you desire. Yeah, no matter what kind of birth you want, or what kind of breastfeeding journey you want, but at least you get the right information to make informed decisions. Yeah.
Beautiful. So we're going to move on to, you then found the journey of becoming a postpartum doula in a moment. But I guess if you look at the difference between these two births, being night and day in a way, how has it helped you grow as a person, as a woman, as a human being? How have you grown through experiences?
I guess we realized that we really have the choice. we are brought up to follow rules all the time, but are the rules really beneficial to us? In that sense, we need to think through first before we say yes to things. So I guess that's the part where I learned that we have the right, and we can have our desired kind of birth and breastfeeding journey. Yeah.
So then take us to the next step in your journey where you said, you know what, this is, which I hear time and time again on these conversations, doulaing is either people come into the world because they had a wonderful experience and they want that for people, or a challenging one where they don't want people to have to face that.
Yeah, so mine's both.
Oh, yeah, exactly. What a contrast. So tell me more. What is it that led you into saying this is what I'm going to do?
Yeah, so because of my amazing experience, I thoroughly enjoyed my second birth and breastfeeding journey. Like I enjoyed motherhood much better for the second time. I feel that I can also pay it forward and help other moms get what they want, you know. So actually I started to get more active in like those Facebook breastfeeding community groups where, you know, we just share tips with fellow breastfeeding moms. So I started from there. I felt that, you know, every time somebody had a problem, I could, you know, give my share, like I will share what you can do and stuff like that. So I felt I can do more. And shortly after, I saw Jeannie posting, like she was about something about postpartum doula and the birth doula workshop. So I got interested and I asked her about it. Yeah, but she was saying, oh, that year she wasn't having a doula workshop. So she asked if I wanted to be her office manager instead. So I think that was great because it was like I learned things, the admin side of doula-ing, which was is good if I were to, you know, start a business by myself, you know, how she did it, you know, how she organized. She's a very organized person, right? So I actually learned a lot from her through the office manager role, and also how we deal with clients, and also understand the different problems and different experiences that our clients have. So it was quite an eye-opener as well. And shortly, I think that was in 2015. And in 2017, I had the opportunity to attend her classes finally. And it was amazing. So we all of us there were mothers joining the doula workshop. So we shared our own experiences. We were crying our hearts out. So we know that it's so important to help other women have better experiences, so they don't have to, you know, go through what we have gone through, you know, in a way. So I thought that was very powerful.
Wow. Yeah. So you did. You're also becoming a IBCLC.
Yes. So So I felt that to help parents further, to help mothers breastfeed, because I think breastfeeding is my passion. Like helping moms breastfeed is my passion, because that was what I couldn't do. And then so I intended to know more. So I found out that, you know, IBCLC was a good way to learn how to help parents with their breastfeeding journey. Yeah. Wow. So I'm actually currently studying that. Right.
That's awesome. And Hui Tze, I guess you know what I love is hearing this and knowing you, and I'm actually connecting the dots and putting them, because a lot of this stuff I don't really know, so it's really cool to hear. You know, I guess for you then, you also help parents with baby massage, right?
Yes.
Now, so I guess on that, you know, I look at postpartum support and I look at what you do with women and families in supporting them of other ways to bond with. It's almost that through that challenging birth, the gift to the world is that you've found your calling, right?
Yeah, that's really true.
Which is really cool. You know, I just want to honor you for that. I mean, you know that anyway, but just I'm connecting the dots and going, wow, you know, it's through all those challenges. Now here you are, you know, showing them ways, because your baby massage classes are super popular. I see all the parents of that coming in. Tell me maybe a little bit about that, and if you can help us see the bigger picture, you know, why it's so important when it comes to postpartum support and baby massage and all these things that you
Yeah,
do?
okay. So usually I think I'll just share a bit more about like the difference between confinement nannies and
Oh yeah,
postpartum.
sure. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
postpartum doula. So many people will ask, what's the difference between, you know, the confinement nannies and postpartum doulas? Do we do the same thing? So I guess confinement nannies are there like for 28 days usually, or even more, where they take care of the mom, take care of the baby, you know, cook for the family and stuff. But postpartum doula is different. We are there to empower the parents to know how to take care of their babies themselves. So that they don't feel lost. You know, some of them they will cry when the confinement nannies leave them after a month because they don't know what to do, because all the caring of the baby was done by the nannies. So I think that's the big difference between postpartum doula and confinement nannies. So we want to teach the parents themselves how to take care of your own baby. So we actually do, like, we teach the parents to bathe their babies, how you can actually soothe your crying baby, your fussy baby, and then, you know, how to make sure that you are feeding adequately. Like, so all these things are shared during our sessions. And it's not only like physical sessions that we have with the parents, we also do online, a lot of online support, because we have like the WhatsApp group chat. It's I think that's also the very important thing, that they feel supported. Whenever they feel unsure, they just text us, and then we'll be there to help them. You know, sometimes they even you know, video themselves, you know, or the baby, and then we'll troubleshoot for them. So I think that's the support, the ongoing support that we have for them, that make them feel more confident that they can do this. And then even if they are feeling a bit like overwhelmed, they know somebody is always there to stand by, you know, hold their hands. Not really like physically, but we are there for them. Yeah.
That's a really good point. I'm so glad you brought this up. So who then typically, and for a lot of maybe people in Western culture, confinement lady is probably not so prominent, but obviously here in Singapore and, you know, I guess a lot of Asian culture is a very common thing, right?
Yeah.
So I guess for you then, who would be attracted to postpartum doula? Like the type of clients, who would reach out to you for that support? Is it normally someone that's in dire need, you know, or is it someone that's like you in the second birth where you're getting prepared for knowing you were needing that support?
I think probably those who want to try doing it themselves, and they don't want a nanny to be around to help them, or they can't have a nanny around. For example, the house is too small. I mean, some of them they say they don't have a space for the nanny to be around. So I think mostly it's clients who want to learn how to do it by themselves. Will find us. Or of course we'll have like SOS cases of breastfeeding that they are not doing well with breastfeeding. They will let us know, and then we'll always try our best to be there as quickly as possible to help them with breastfeeding. Yeah.
And this is awesome. Can I ask you some more questions on this? Because this is
sure.
fascinating. I guess if we look at the world of, you know, I guess postpartum support and helping them in those really important days thereafter, maybe someone's listening into this and they haven't yet given birth, or they've had experience maybe like you did in the first birth. What's your advice to them? Why is breastfeeding so important? Why is that journey so important? What's your, you know, your opinions, your thoughts on why that journey is so critical on the other side?
I guess it's also a thing where it's natural for moms to want to nurture our babies, to nourish our babies. That's why breastfeeding is very important in that sense. But it's also where we don't want to pressure moms into breastfeeding. I mean, if they are not into breastfeeding, they don't really enjoy breastfeeding. It's fine. We really, you know, it's more of like finding what is their goal for breastfeeding. If they really want to latch the baby, you know, they want to succeed in breastfeeding the baby directly. or they just want to pump. You know, some parents, some moms, they just like to pump milk just to give, and then other people can bottle feed. They are fine with that. So I think it's also important to know the mother herself needs to know what she really wants for herself. So usually when we do like meet and greets with potential clients, where they ask questions, usually we'll ask them like, what do you see, what do you want for your breastfeeding journey? Like, do you really wish to, you know, breastfeed your baby directly, or you know, you are fine with anything? So it's more of like what they really want, and then we'll support them to achieve what their breastfeeding goals.
Understand. Which is such an important point, because I read a lot of this, and obviously complete novice here, and you know, exposed to this world of breastfeeding and birth and everything that happens. I think that there is a lot of pressure on women, right? You know, when it comes to if you can't, you almost feel like a failure. All of the pressures that people feel. Where's that come from, Hui Tze, in your opinion? Like, where have we created this?
Social media, probably. And then it made it very, social media always portrays very beautiful image of mom's breastfeeding, you know. It looks very easy. And it's, I think more and more people are aware that breastfeeding is good for your baby. We all know that, like right now, right? So I think many moms would want to do that for their baby, to give them the best. And then with social media's pressure in that sense, like, you should be able to do it, you know, everybody can do it. Why can't you? So it's a kind of, then you feel very inadequate. Like, I can't do this. Yeah. How come it's like always so painful and stuff?
So then maybe for someone that's seeing all of that, you know, all this bombarded with influence and all the stuff that we see in the world, what would you be saying to them? You know, if someone's saying, I don't know if I should breastfeed or not, I hear it's good, but I don't know if I can, what would be your advice? What would you say to them?
I think it's to attend an antenatal class first,
right?
And then really, really understand what's going on. And, you know, we all know most moms can breastfeed, except for some, like a low percentage of moms who have like biological factors that they really can't produce enough milk to breastfeed. So I think all these things we won't know. Because from the outside world, people tell you everybody can breastfeed. But if you are really that low percentage, you don't even know, like, this could be part of the reason why. Yeah, so it's good to keep yourself informed. So attend antenatal class, and then understand the background information first, and then you can decide whether you want to do this. And then don't set too far a goal for yourself in terms of breastfeeding. You know, you can just say, okay, maybe I can try breastfeeding for the first month. Okay, and then, you know, just take one step at a time, so you don't feel too pressured into achieving your goals. Like, oh, 1 year, I have to go 1 year, but this is so tired, so tough right now. So set your little baby goals, and then just after that, just take it one step at a time.
That's amazing advice, actually. Because was your intention to breastfeed for 4 years?
No, actually.
No. Tell us about that journey then.
So I was just determined to latch my baby successfully. Yeah, so I didn't have like a number of years kind of goal for myself, but I really want to not pump, and I want to latch exclusively this time round. Yeah. So when she did it, when she was able to do it, we were able to do this. I was so happy. So I was just saying, let's just do this as much as both of us enjoy, you know, the journey.
Yeah. That's absolute key in what you just shared. Yeah. I think the pressures that women feel of having to conform in some way, of this is how it's supposed to be done. I think you're breaking that myth in what you're sharing. It's really cool. And maybe, you know, we can also bring baby massage into it, because that's a very important part of what you do. You know, I think that from what I understand and what I hear, you've led into finding other ways of bonding from your first birth, and I guess this was a big way, right?
Yeah, actually part of it. So I was just learning through, videos online, how to do it. But I realized that, there's still, it's important for a certified instructor to teach you, to guide you through. It's not just about the strokes itself, but it's how we respond to our babies, how we listen to their cues that they are trying to tell us, like what are they trying to tell us, and then respond in a loving way, in a respectful way. So then I realized, okay, I should learn this and to help other parents. So my ambition is to, see more respectful families, like more people. Yeah. So I guess because some parents, some moms who can't breastfeed, maybe they feel like something is lacking, right? So baby massage is really a very powerful way to bond with your baby, and then to give you that confidence. You will definitely know your baby better in that sense. And dads as well, because they usually don't know what to do with, also small. What can I do? I can't play with my baby that way. So it's really early involvement of the dad.
Wow.
You can see really, when the dads are massaging the babies, you can see all the love pouring out from them. So it's a very loving picture to see.
Actually, that's a really good point. So, I guess from a guy's perspective, there's probably things that we feel like a bit of a third wheel, right?
Yeah.
We're just there, we're rolling along, but we're not doing a lot.
Yeah.
So ways in which, and I guess when it comes to families getting involved with something like baby massage, there's also the elements, I guess, where it would help in development, right?
Yes. So baby massage actually encompasses most of the 5 senses, right? So there's touch, the sight, the smell, etc. So when we do this massage, we are actually stimulating the baby's brain. And it's amazing. You can see them really trying to communicate with you as well. And besides that, the physical kind of stimulation of their digestive system, the respiratory system, all kinds, like the muscular development. It's really a easy all-round kind of activity you can do to have all the benefits, from the physical benefits to the emotional benefits and the bonding, etc. So you are also teaching your baby to respond to you in a respectful way. I mean, it's a two-way thing. It's not like I'm just massaging my baby and then it's done. So they learn through imitation, like how you treat them, like you are respecting, like they don't want massage now, it's fine, then we stop massaging, So they know that there's this respect and empathy that they should be learning. So it's a very nice, healthy cycle. We have like siblings coming in as well, and they learn the massage, and then they want to do it with the little baby. So it's quite fun to see. Yeah. So everyone in the family is like benefiting from this, very simple activity that you can learn. And then it's 5 sessions of baby massage, because we can't rush the babies into accepting massage as well. So they take time to, accept touch. And then, so that's why we always, that's 5 sessions. And then we go through one by one, like the different various body parts that we have. And you can see, like, as the weeks go, the babies are really knowing, oh, this is massage time. And then they will be like, yeah, of course they are crying babies. But when they cry, you can see that the parents are not so flustered anymore. So it's cry because they're trying to convey something to us. So we also teach like parents how to listen to your baby, rather than when the baby cry, you just hush your baby. Because that's what we don't want people to, like, when we are sad, we don't want like our partners to be like, shh, don't cry. Always we want our partners to listen to us first, give us the space. So when our babies cry, we also want to give them the opportunity to tell us what they want to say. Yeah, so that's all part of the baby massage class that we have.
Amazing. Now I've got a hypothetical question just for fun, but I know there's a lot of wisdom you're about to share. Imagine I gave you a magic wand, Hui Tze, and I guess we look at specifically in postpartum journey, but I know it starts well beyond, well before that. If you could have a magic wand and solve the challenges that people are facing in the world of birth, what would you change and why?
Wow. What would I change? I guess it's more of like reaching out for help. It's okay to reach out for help. Like I think now, because many people are not staying with their family, right? So just change the mindset that you have to do this yourself. We don't need to do that. You see, we always can ask for help from anyone, but of course try to find the right people to ask for help. Yeah, so I think that's the thing I would like to change.
It's amazing advice. Well, and actually on that point, why do you think that is? Why is it that do you feel that maybe people don't ask for help? What is it for women specifically that means, the reach out, or it might happen, the reach out happens too late. And when I say too late, I mean, we could have helped them maybe much earlier and things a little bit easier. Why is that?
I guess everyone will feel that they can do it. Like everyone can do it. I guess it's also partially the social media kind of portray again. Like other moms do it so well, they are so dressed. Why am I in pajamas? I haven't bathed in like 2-3 days kind of thing. So you feel very you always comparing yourself with people that you see on social media. So you will not want to reach out, because then people will view you as like, wow, you are so, you're not doing your job well kind of thing. So yeah.
Wonderful. So you're talking to the camera. There's people that are first-time moms. There's people that maybe had a really challenging experience. What do you say to them? Anything at all? You can just send a message. Okay. What would you say?
I guess for people who are expecting a baby, really find the right information, get the right information. I think it's definitely very beneficial to attend antenatal classes that really gives you a lot of information, and you have the right information to make informed decisions, be it you want an epidural birth, or you want a drug-free birth, right? But get the information that you need before you make any decision, and then find the right doctors, be it gynae or pediatrician. So we really need to find our own tribe, like a village. We need a village to raise a baby, right? So, but we don't need so many people who can't really give you the right support. So I think it's very important to find the right kind of support, be it doctors who. So we usually always just, like, for myself, I ask my friend who's her gynae, and then I'll just use the gynae. So, but something that is suitable for my friend doesn't mean that it will be a right match for myself. So I think it's more of like, don't be afraid to ask questions, ask your doctors questions. And then if you feel that it's not a right match, just like finding our partners, that we know that it's not, it doesn't feel good, then we don't have to continue to engage the doctor. You have the right to change. So talk to your doctors, talk to many doctors if you need, and then find the right one that suits you, so they are aligned to your value. So they know what you want, and they can support you the way that you want. Yeah. And then of course try to get postpartum help as early as possible. The best is like you can engage before you meet the problems that you are facing. Yeah. So it's best that we can actually go to them. The postpartum doulas can actually go to them on the first day of labor, after birth, so that we kickstart the right way. the latching and stuff. So both parents will feel, okay, we are confident enough to take care of babies right from the start, instead of like just trying, try and error kind of thing, where you'll just be, and then things will start to snowball that way. So always get the right support right from the beginning, and have the right information to give you the chance to make informed decisions.
That's absolutely amazing advice, Hui Tze. Now, for everyone listening in, you can connect with Hui Tze. She's in Singapore here, but it sounds like she's pretty active in the world of social media, writing the rights and giving the correct information, which is really awesome. Hui Tze, I just want to honor you as well for sharing, your gifts in your story. For me, like I said, for listeners, I've known Hui Tze for many years, but I've actually never heard some of the things that she just shared that really helped me see, like, it all makes sense. I think Hui Tze just really shows, and I've made the link today about why our baby massage is so important and everything to you, which is really awesome. So for everybody listening in, you can connect with this amazing woman. She is there, heart and soul, to support women, and she does incredible work. So Hui Tze, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it. Okay.
Thanks for guiding me through. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. If you have the voice to empower the birthing world, speak up and reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Until next time.